let's hop into it here. We'll just pop in. I don't know which pack we're on. Paid pack. But that works. We'll start here and then potentially move on in the future. I see 2 of one animal in the opening shop, but don't see how I can resist the temptation. Ooh, full beetle strats. Okay. I think I can go with this. Let's hop in. We have Chunky Warmish Suave, President's Pencils, Gems. Let's go between Chunky Gems and some Suave Presidents. Let's go with Suave Presidents. And we're off. Let's see what we're up against to start it off today. I feel like people have improved so much in this game as of late, so it's gotten a lot harder to get through with victories here. That's about what I expected. We definitely have to win early, otherwise it becomes super RNG dependent, kind of which matchups you find yourself in the later part of the game. Do I want to just take an apple? I usually prefer B at this stage. I guess we can roll once. It's going to be one or the other. Beautiful. That works out for me. So we'll slot that up on this buddy here. Get some more stats across the board as well. Fantastic. I mean, it's a dream start in terms of combining rather different animals and getting that round 3 level 2. So that's always good. That's always nice. And hopefully transition that into some continued good fortune down the road. B wins games, that's for sure. As I just smack myself in the teeth for extra effect. But okie dokie. It's kind of expensive to buy an ant and pill it, but it has really good value with the double ladybug because the pill gets their ability to trigger, and we get the +2/+1 for 4 gold. That's not bad for early on. But regardless, we'll probably be starting somewhere in the back here. So let's combine these sons of guns. See what we get. Not exactly what we were looking for. If only we'd gotten that round 1, even though that's not even possible. And then the 10 gold. So we could potentially afford to buy you, kill you. Buy a beetle, buy a hedgehog. Hedgehog also definitely wins rounds early on, so that seems pretty nice. Let's do it. Welcome to the squad. Sorry you have to leave so soon. Okay, so we're gonna have a juiced up beetle in the back line, but that's fine. It's usually not the greatest of strategies in my opinion, because so often just one big unit on the enemy team up front wipes all of this, and then gets one hit off as well as the rest of their animals. So not sure how I feel about backline unit being our strongest, but hey, it's still early times here. You can see how it all goes down. Good value on the hedgehog. That's absolutely fantastic. Oh, you definitely love to see it. Again, bees win games. Perfect. Okay, we just need to keep this momentum going. Snail is a bad idea to freeze, but that's fine. We could try and force this as long as we can, but I think I will go for another combine, try and get something good out of it. Blowfish. I mean, it's great with the hedgehog, again, for early times, but usually looking for something with a bit more oomph for the future. Let's freeze a meat. Slot this buddy in. I guess hedgehog will stick around at least for the time being, or for a little while here. Give that one a shot. Unfortunately, the meat that we just threw on that hedgehog doesn't really do much in this circumstance. Oh, they have a hedgehog too. Okay, never mind, that worked out just fine. I was slightly concerned. I guess backline unit being chonky can be good in that kind of a situation. Now garlic. I mean, it's tempting to throw it on the blowfish that just takes 1 down from the hedgehog, potentially gets a few triggers, but 3/5, just standard blowfish. Not too exciting. And if we throw it on the ladybug, we're throwing it on a 5/7, at least for this round in particular, which seems good. I want to try and make Dromedary work. It's probably slightly too late for that. So here's how I'm feeling. Combine you. I'm gonna do another ant strat just to get this ladybug popping. Okay, that works okay. And then, I guess in this setup, we do kind of want to just throw the dromedary in temporarily. That way we can afford to buy that and the garlic. Might give us some decent tier 3s next round as well, so that'd be pretty sweet. You know what, I think Blowfish might be needing to go at some point along the road here. So for now, we'll invest a little bit deeper into our ladybug pal. And hopefully that pays dividends moving forward. That is a thing of beauty. Oh my gosh, the double sheep. The double ram trigger outspeeds the bus, so they just don't get a bus, hey? That seems fair. I'm so sorry, Imagine Cat, with the clumsy arms. Such a shame, too bad, but okie dokie. I don't think we want to keep the dromedary around, unless we could buy a bunch of food this turn and get the ladybug to carry us through yet another fight. I think we'll have to move forward from this. It's tempting to almost get the beetle level 3, and that way we could try and slot a bison on the team maybe next turn if we don't get any unlocks here. Blowfish, I think we're getting rid of you in the future. Great for now, don't get me wrong. Really nice temporary measure to get us some early victories, but in general, not sure how excited I am about your overall prospects. So we could start off selling the dromedary, I think. Just have to make a call. Otherwise, I'll be stuck in a decision for the rest of all time. And we can do a reroll at least one. Ooh. Turtle would be nice, but unfortunately right now we don't have anything that hits very hard, so it's not quite as useful as it otherwise can be. Especially since that overwrites something like meat, so that doesn't really work, unfortunately. Because yeah, right now it would just go in front of the hedgehog, which is kind of strange. Could still win us a round or two, though. I guess you're 2 damage. Pretty much guaranteed 5 damage, as long as things don't go completely out of control. And if the opponents have a hedgehog, we actually do slightly better than that, which is sweet. Let's just freeze you. Buy the beetle. I just wanted the extra reroll slots here. You know what? Let's commit. Get rid of you, and hopefully something else comes along that we would like. Could just take another swan for the time being. In that regard, we're almost setting up to lose this round intentionally. And just hopefully the extra 2 gold that we get next turn, we can kind of turn into a greater advantage. Greater source of leverage moving on. Let's try it on for size for now. Couldn't decide how I wanted to end that sentence, so just did a really awkward middle ground between my 2 thoughts. Absolutely fantastic. But okay, garlic doing a huge amount of work for us. Fantastic. I think this is probably the largest number of rounds that the bee has won us in any single playthrough. Not that I'm complaining whatsoever. Quite swell, actually. Let's see, turtle dies to hedgehog. So we could do this. Alternatively, we could just give our swan melon armor right now. Let's do it. Buy the turtle and immediately pill it, because that works out well for our ladybug. Oh, it's not great, because I guess just the hedgehog triggers it. Maybe you should have thought about that one for a brief moment before immediately jumping into it. But that's fine. I'm looking for bison and beetle. So I think I will say no to tropical fish, because I believe that we can get better shops than this. That's not quite there yet. I'll freeze one can maybe, since a lot of this team is likely to be replaced in the future. One more try. Not quite what I was looking for, but dolphin's not bad. At least have some kind of anti-caterpillar measures in place. Usually helps out. Just need the caterpillar to have a higher attack than our dolphin. I had that problem used against me recently because ooh, rough override on the garlic for our ladybug. Not fantastic. But I recently had a squad that was just wide scaling across the board, and so we had a really good dolphin. Hit really hard in just regular old combat, but unfortunately it always went before the caterpillars transformed, and for whatever reason, I feel like the game had it out for me, so the dolphin always shot the caterpillar, then it turned into a butterfly, then it turned into its fantastical form. Never really worked out quite as well as I would have liked. But okie dokie, now what do we wish to do? I might just get rid of the ladybug. Didn't really get any real scaling going, so I don't think I'll buy you. Of course, immediately see another ladybug, wouldn't have it any other way. Could freeze another can temporarily. We could just use a can. At least gives the ladybug some stats, and ideally we'll get something to throw in here. Not quite yet. I'm not too excited about a 6/4 sheep that summons 2/2s. Spider could give us something good, but in my experience, it never does for ourselves here. I guess we are selling something, so we can reroll once more. Hopefully get a replacement here. Could sell the hedgehog. Add some more health for a turn here. I'd like to switch it out for something a little more effective moving forward, but for the time being, I think we need something. Something's got to give, otherwise this is just going to be a slow but steady decline into the gutter. So with that in mind, I think hedgehog, you've outlasted your usefulness for the most part. And who do I want to add health to? Maybe these two? 6/6 or 6/6 rather isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination either. Give the pair to our Swan. Okay. I don't think we've beaten the slow and steady decline yet. I think that we might still be on track, on target for that, unfortunately. But ideally, just a few more rounds. And I swear this will hit the ceiling. It will just completely take off in but a moment. I mean, that gets the job done. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to have an 8/9 on as your anchor unit, rather. I was about to immediately slam the chocolate down the Swan, so that's perfect. Things show up in the shop. Holy cow. Okay. It's pretty much the ideal level or tier 6 unit that you want showing up on a turn 9 level up. Okay. In that case, I think we get rid of you. Throw this son of a gun in. And we could preemptively chocolate it, hoping for at least one chocolate next turn, because if before tier 6s are even available, we have a level 2 T-Rex, we're going straight to the moon with that son of a gun. So let's do it. Running a slight risk that we lose this round. It's wild that the strongest unit on our team in overall stats is the one that we just added to the squad. Maybe not our best look, but it should be enough to get us through. Okay, and I'm happy we left some weaker... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I'm happy we left some weaker units out front, but turns out it didn't really matter. That snipe shot from the Dolphin coming in clutch for sure to take out the Scorpion. Well, fantastic. I think I'm going to roll deep for chocolate. There it is. Okay, not even that bad. Just a couple of rerolls. That's just too good. Just absolutely too strong. We'll pass one more time, Bison. I no longer need you. We've grown beyond that. We've become stronger without you. Something like this, and maybe we'll put our melon armor in the front. Still dies to a Scorpion with a 1-up, but beyond that, does pretty well for itself. And yeah, those +4, +2s every turn are gonna start stacking up extremely fast. I feel like the majority of my wins lately have been with these kinds of runs in particular. Wide scaling with the T-Rex, that is. Okay, we are going to lose this one. It's our last free shot. Now we're unlethal and everything gets serious, but oh boy, if we lose after getting a T-Rex that early, I don't know what I'll do with myself. Just have to hide our face away in shame. But one more dolphin, or melon armor is actually pretty solid. I wish we had one more gold. If this had come one reroll earlier, could have just bought both shop items. That would have been ideal. As is, I'll probably just take the watermelon for our T-Rex, right? We need some kind of staying power in order to take out these big chonky 50-50 teams. Let's do it. Fantastic. Okay, come on team. Come on squad. We can do this. Just pull yourselves together. You only get one shot. Is this the same team? Okay. We do better now with that melon armor though. And oh boy, do we do better. I'm so sorry, the fishy firemen. I wonder what they did. I should have paid more attention to the attributes on their squad to see how it compared overall for how good of a turn they got versus us. But I'll definitely happily level up our dolphin, and then it's looking like we'll just get one more buy before the end. Preferably like a chocolate or a pear. Or melon armor. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Melon armor the whole squad with the T-Rex buffing them up. Definitely, no problems there. Absolutely fantastic. Called it a little bit early, which immediately made me clench up a bit and like, oh gosh, I predicted a win. That's never gone well in the past, but we got there. We're still in it here. I think I will take the pair. +4/+4 across the team works out nicely. And then probably just roll deep here. There's not a whole lot we're looking for. I feel like the majority of our scaling is just coming off the T-Rex, so nothing else really matters too much overall. But this is it. One last round to rule them all. They do have a 50-50, but just one. Never mind, they have two. And we had that exact problem that I was talking about earlier, where unfortunately our dolphin went before their caterpillar, but would you look at that, didn't matter in the end, and it was fitting. Of all things, the bee gets us the final victory. It was definitely the MVP of this entire round, so I'll gladly take that. Absolutely fantastic job, squad. You did great out there. And I'm hoping that this is becoming a bit of a new trend. Getting a win on our first run of the evening, not too bad. Especially when my own experiences lately, even playing this off camera, have been a little bit rough. I feel like the skill level is all kind of matched up to a decently high point, as well as the fact that everything's pretty well balanced across the board means that a lot of the times it's just going to be RNG what kind of squad you go up against, because if snipers are good and summons are good, then you might run into either of those and one of them might just hard counter you right when you're starting to gain steam, gain altitude. But we lucked out, and so I'll definitely take that gladly.